So Monarda officiosa and most bee balms, and indeed most mint family members, have shallow root systems. So again, when you're putting a lot of plant material into a landscape, into a garden, you have to think about how they're going to interact underground. Are they in competition with one another for the same root space? So a lot of the ground cover plants, a lot of the shallow rooted plants can be planted right in among and in between much deeper rooted plants, and they won't compete underground in the same space. And as long as you've chosen them appropriately for their above ground growth as well, then you can really pack them in there and not worry about them fighting with one another. They'll complement one another rather than compete with one another. Solidago nemoralis, the gray goldenrod, and indeed many of our native goldenrods have moderately deeper root systems that are very thick and fibrous. There are no, to my knowledge, tap-rooted goldenrod species, and very few of them are shallow-rooted either. They tend to have a nice, dense 18 to 24-inch standard thick rooty root mass. Almost all, if not all, of our native grasses are extraordinarily deep-rooted plants. Panicum virgatum, a big blue stem, a little blue stem, all of them have 2-3 foot deep root systems or more, depending on how far down you go before you hit bedrock. Many of these grasses will push roots down as far as they will go until they do hit bedrock. There's almost no end to how far they go. Some trenches that they dug out in some of the western prairies, they were able to dig a good 20 feet down looking for how far the root systems of Bouteloua went, the Bouteloua gracilis. And they got tired of digging after 20 feet, and they never did find the bottom of the root mass.